Hey guys, it's Shane here from Tank Hunter Miniatures, and today I just wanted to make a quick video over some stuff that I've been thinking of when it comes to the rumors that have been surrounding 10th edition, which looks like it's pretty close to coming out soon, and what it sort of holds for the use of tanks in 40k now. So from what I understand, it sounds like when you're holding objectives, it's not going to be model based, it's going to be wounds, the total wounds a unit has, which that will definitely help tanks, larger vehicles and walkers and stuff like that. So that's a good part, that's a pro. So the rumors around the turret rules, so they're saying, you can fire out of combat, doesn't need to be what you're in combat with, which is good. That's what the Imperial Guard have now for like Lehman Russes and stuff, so that's going to be more universal rule. But I think it'd still be a lot better with the old rules, where a vehicle, a tank cannot be locked in combat. And just that's so much better, because when a tank is surrounded in melee, you can pretty much forget about it. Like, he's stuck there, because it's very hard, especially for Imperial tanks. Maybe the Orc one's a bit better, you can sort of get stuck in, you got ways to fight in combat. But for a lot of times, it's like, 20 Zangors just surrounded my Land Raider, and it's like, well, it's stuck there now, that's great. So, unless you got something to charge in and support it, it's very hard to get it out. So in the old way, it was good. They just kept moving forward. And it's either you got out of the way or you got crushed. It was great. The old rule was so much fun for that. So, they need something to change that. I mean, another rule would be if a vehicle, can still sort of get stuck in melee, but if you had other units in your army be able to shoot at what's engaged with, as if it wasn't stuck in combat, that would be good too. That would be a real good deterrent for enemies not wanting to get close up to a tank at all. So I think that would be a better option, but so we'll have to see. So far it's okay, but not great. And I was just thinking, so apparently removing the toughness for most models, will that be good for tanks? And it really depends on how much damage is changing, how it's going to work. Because if it's like the older entities where like a las gun couldn't deal damage to most armor sides, like it couldn't do anything at all. A lot of lower strength weapons just couldn't hurt most vehicles. So, but if all it does is just bring back the to roll instead of on hit it wounds, now you got to roll as well, it's not going to make much difference. You're just adding an extra step. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of rules for re-rolling and such, so I don't see how that would really protect them that much if it changes, how toughness works. But I would more see it as certain weapons bypass the toughness, so like plasma or melter would just instant hit. So there'll always be a way to get around it, even if they did remove toughness, except for, these Terminators or tanks. There'll be something there to make it work. So, depending how it's going to work, the system just really needs like something to make tanks feel like they make an impact rather than just a costly distraction. So the other thing that we're looking at is the terrain. Terrain apparently is going to have a lot more use in game. It's going to be destructible apparently, and that's going to be cool. So I think tanks need an ability that they're more effective at removing terrain or shooting through it. They should have they should be unstoppable. Like, you can't hide from them. That would really make more of an impact. They would do something that other units couldn't do in an army. So to fill out a roster with the full toolkit, you need a tank to bypass something that was really bunkered in. But again, these are just sort of rumors, and as well as that, it's sort of what I would like out of the game, but I don't think they're sort of doing that. It doesn't really sound like they're doing that much to change it. Like, tanks and vehicles, they just aren't scary in the game. They're just more of a sort of a bigger target. I don't know how you really change that without changing the system a whole lot. And whilst they are changing the system to be more streamlined, even more sort of efficient, removing of rules and such, they really need to put something in where they focused and added something that says, yes, this means something for them. So yeah, looking forward, I really want them to be good in 10th, to be great in 10th, but I'll take good at least. Yeah, if they had a rule that allowed them to do extra damage to certain types of units, so you're able to take a heavier version of a weapon on a tank, so it does damage to heavy sort of vehicles or heavily armored units. So it has a purpose. It has something it can do that other units can't. I mean, the whole damage weapon system just needs to be overhauled completely to make things different, which I don't know if that's going to be good or not, how well it's going to change the game, how well received it's going to be. But if I were to guess, I'd say tanks are sort of going to be in the same position in 9th as they are 10th. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Some drastic change is going to happen that makes them really worth bringing again. So yeah, going up to 10th, I think we'll still be playing Tank Hunter to make the best use of tanks in the game. So I've no plans of abandoning Tank Hunter. That's going to be still ongoing. But yeah, just seeing with what's everything's rumored, I don't see a difference for how tanks are going to operate in game. That's going to be that different. But yeah, hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully we see a big resurgence of that. I would sure love that. But we'll need to wait and see. It shouldn't be much longer though. So hopefully I see you through then. Alright, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.